Hello, everyone, and welcome to another review done by Dan the Movie Man. And I have a special guest today, the most loving, caring, and supportive father ever, Doug, the director doer. Thanks for coming on, Dad.
Well, thank you, my son. Thank you, Dad.
So we're going to be reviewing.
Good to be here. Thank you for inviting me into your review.
Of course. So we're going to be reviewing today A Working Man, which we saw over the weekend. Let me just start off by saying, this is another mediocre Jason Statham movie. I am sick and tired of Jason Statham movies ever since The Expendables 4. I've had it. His movies pretty much suck. Now, what do you think about this, Dad?
I think when you go to see a Jason Statham movie, you're looking for action. You're looking for bad guys that are horrible, and you're looking for him to prevail in the end. So it kind of delivered on those fronts, Dan. And the Russians were the bad guys in this one. That's usually it kind of had a John Wick flair to it, right?
Yeah.
So there was these really bad guys. It had John Wick. It had Taken in it because there was a family member who was kidnapped. Yeah. So it drew upon common elements that you would expect in it. Jason Statham. I thought the production quality was actually better than some of the other ones that he was in. So overall, I thought it delivered.
He's clearly being set up to take on the mantle of Sylvester Stallone, who wrote the screenplay for this movie. He's clearly setting up to be the next action star, taking on the mantle of Sylvester Stallone. What do you think about that, Dad?
You're probably right, Dan. Except he's up in the age too. He's not.
He is.
He's in his 60s. So
yeah,
I don't know how long he's gonna be able to perform the way he is, but he's good in the role that he plays.
Yeah.
He has a very defined role that people go to see him for.
And we're gonna end it with the rating. Clearly, I hated this movie. This was almost unwatchable to me. The more I think about it, I'd give this a 3 out of 10. What do you think, Dad? What's your rating?
6.75, Dan. Very specific. I thought it delivered, what you'd expect out of a Jason Statham movie. There's a lot of killing, creative killing. The bad guys were over the top bad. It ended in a good place.
Speaking of, I don't mean to cut you off, but this movie had the worst tagline ever. I think it was "Human traffickers beware" or something.
Well, I'm wearing a John Deere hat because it's a working man.
Yeah.
And so in the spirit of that, that's why I wore this hat. But that is a bad tagline. I didn't realize that it had a tagline.
Oh, it does. Yeah, all movies do.
Well, I know that, but I didn't know that was a tagline for this.
Yeah. It was, or something along the. I hated this movie so much. I think it should be called A Retired Man. But
I think he killed. I lost count, but I'm going to say he killed probably about 50 people.
Okay.
That's my guess. What's your guess?
I'm going to go 75. I don't know.
75?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it was that many.
All right. We'll see. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks, Dan, for having me.
Not a problem. Thanks for coming on, Dad.
Okay.
Goodbye.